Welcome to WVVA News at 6. We begin with some crime and punishment news in the two Virginias. The owner of a West Virginia ambulance business was convicted of tax crimes in federal court yesterday. The U.S. Department of Justice reports that 48-year-old Christopher Jason Smyth of Pineville was convicted by a jury after a 4-day trial. That jury found Smyth guilty of 2 counts of failing to pay over taxes for 2 quarters in 2016 and 1 count of obstructing the IRS related to its effort to collect the unpaid taxes. The jury found Smyth not guilty on the failure to pay over taxes counts related to 2 quarters in 2017. It was determined that by the IRS that Smyth had accrued approximately $3.3 million in unpaid taxes. Smyth is set to be sentenced September the 4th, where he faces up to 5 years in prison for each failure to pay taxes count and 3 years in prison for obstructing the IRS.